Yeah, they're going to pay you, Trevor. Welcome back. I could feel it. I'm home. Immediately, I was like, this is it, man. There's no other country like this. Oh, and what a journey it's been, people. What a journey it has been. You know, traveling around the country, coming out, doing these shows for you. You know, we went to Cape Town, went to Durban. Here we are in Pretoria. Everyone coming out together. Yo, it's been so much fun. So much. Every place I go to, though, it's interesting. You get a taste of how the people are. You know, like Durban was interesting because I don't know what it is about people in Durban, but it feels like they want to fight with you for no reason all the time. No, even when they're like being nice to you, it feels like they want to fight. You know? And I've noticed this, you know where I've noticed it is when you're taking pictures with South Africans, that's when you notice it. You know? Because South Africans are very different to everyone in the world, especially with how they deal with fame. I've noticed this. You know, like overseas, fame is like a religion. Right? Especially like in places like America. You know, when you're famous there, people worship you. You know, you see people spotting a celebrity in the streets, like, oh my God, it's Beyonce. Ah! And then they faint. Ah! Ah! No, South Africans aren't like that. South Africans, you're not famous. I feel like in South Africa, people just know you. You know? Yeah, like here when I walk in the street, no one's like, ah! I hear people are just like, Trevor! Trevor! Yeah. Everywhere it's different. Every single place, it's different. Cape Town was one of my favorites because we were there for a while, you know, and I haven't done shows in Cape Town for a very long time, you know. I haven't done shows in Cape Town for a long time, and so I was there. In fact, the last time I did shows in Cape Town was when the DA was still being led by Lindiwe Mazibuko and was Musi Maimane. Yeah, that's how far it was. And then now when I got there, it was like, wow, I was like, damn, it's been that long. Because now it was like some guy, Oosthuizen or something, and Helen Ziller. I was like, damn. I was like, this is pretty impressive, DA. Yeah, you proved everybody wrong. You showed that once you go black, you can go back. Wow. Look at you. And Cape Town has flavor, eh? Cape Town has flavor. I'm walking in the streets one day, and they've got a beautiful city center there. And I'm walking on a street called Cliff Street. And I'm walking along, minding my own business. And from across the street, almost a block away, I hear some guy screaming my name. Trevor! Trevor! And I turn, and I see, and there's a guy far on the other side, who's wearing like blue overalls, and he's like, Trevor! And I look, and he's like, wait there! And he comes running. And guys, he said it with such confidence, I waited. I didn't even know, like, that's something that could never happen overseas. I can bet you money now. There's no one overseas who's like, Oprah, wait there! That's not a thing. This guy made me stop. Came running over. He was like, yo, Trevor, where must I kant? Yeah, but I can't believe it. This is most you, nah? This is most you. Yeah, it's you most, nah? Trevor Noah. And I was like, yeah, it's me. He's like, it's not you. I was like, no, it's me. He's like, nah, man, you're not Trevor. You look like Trevor Noah. I was like, I am Trevor Noah. He's like, it's not. I was like, okay, it's not. He's like, it's most you, Trevor Noah. Yeah, it was you. Why are you acting like it's not you? I was like, because you said it's not me. You're trying to be funny here, Trevor. Nah? I can see you. Can I take a selfie there, Trevor? Can I take a selfie? I was like, yeah, let's take a selfie. He's like, okay. Yeah, let's take a selfie there. Let's take a selfie. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. He's like, you must do your phone there. I'm like, what? He's like, I've got a cock phone, Trevor. Take it with yours. You've probably got a nice phone, like an iPhone or something, but I'll take a picture there. I'm like, and then do what with it? He's like, you must put it there by your Instagram. Yeah, you must tag me. I also want the followers. I was like, yo, dude, let's just do it with your phone. He's like, Trevor, okay, let's take it there. But you mustn't laugh, ne? You mustn't laugh because I got a scam song. You must relax. Okay, we're going to take a picture, ne? Hold on. Let me just delete something here. I just need to make some space here. Let me just delete some pictures. Because I didn't think I was going to meet you today, no? I didn't prepare for this. Now I just got to see here. I can't now. That's my girlfriend there. I can't delete that one. And this is my mom. This is another picture. This is a picture. You see this one? I'm trying to buy this golf now. You see there? It's a Mark II. You know Mark II? Yeah, it's a limited edition, this one. Yeah, check that there. Hey, brah, this is a nice one. Hold on. Okay. We got it. You ready? Okay, Trevor there. Yeah. Say cheese. And I was like, all right, cheers, man. He's like, oh, Trevor. Yeah, bro. Look now. Look, you spoil the picture. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, brah, you must wait. I'm like, wait for what? I heard the sound. He's like, bro, on this phone, the sound and the picture is different. It's two separate transactions. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? He's like, you must wait. Just relax. I'll tell you when you can move, okay? I was like, okay, fine. Okay, let's do it. Then he's like, okay, you ready? Say cheese. And I'm like, there, cheese. Can we move? Don't move. Just wait. Just relax. Just stay there. Well, how long does that? Don't talk. You're gonna spoil the picture. Yeah, just pray someone doesn't phone now. But just wait. Okay, yeah, we got it. Nah, Trevor, why you don't smile, brah? Why you don't smile? Why you don't give me that TV smile? You see, you, Trevor, you mustn't ask me for a picture again. Yeah, man. It never happens to me anywhere in the world. Only here. Mzansi. South Africa. It's been a wonderful trip. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. There's never a dull moment in South Africa. Even just flying around the country has been exciting for me. It's been an injection of South Africa. That's what it's felt like. Just traveling around, particularly because the flying has changed, right? So I told my team in South Africa, I was like, hey, what's the plan? And they were like, well, they're like, who do you want to fly? How are we flying around the country? I said, we do the usual. We're going to fly with SAA. And then they were like, SAA, it's finished. I'm like, what do you mean it's finished? They're like, yeah, it's gone. SABC and SAA generations, all of it's gone. I'm like, what? What do you mean it's just finished? So how are we flying? They're like, well, you got to choose another one. I was like, well, you recommend. They're like, well, we could do like Fly Safair. I was like, all right, is it good? They're like, well, it's not great, but it's reliable. It'll get you where you need to go. I was like, what do you mean it's not great? They're like, well, they just make you pay for everything, and it's like it's very they just make it very efficient. I didn't realize how efficient. Fly Safair is on another level, guys. I don't know who's running that airline, but they're serious, eh? They don't waste time. They make sure they make their money. They make you pay for everything. Everything. Yeah, you buy the plane ticket. That's just the beginning of the transaction. Yeah, you want a specific seat, you pay. You want to bring a bag, you pay. Yeah, you want food on the plane, you pay. Yeah, you want to board early, you pay. Those people, they're finding everything, yeah? It's only a matter of time before you're on a Fly Safair flight, and 10 minutes before landing, they come up to your seat like, I'm sorry, sir, it looks like you didn't pay for the landing option. So we're gonna need you to jump out now if you don't mind. You're like, yeah, but can I pay now? Sorry, sir, we don't take cards. I don't think I've ever been on an airline like Fly Safair. It was the most South African experience I could ever ask for. Everything was different. Everything. The flight was supposed to be 2 hours flying to Cape Town. It took 1 hour 30. Everyone said it's normal. How? How are you getting to a place 30 minutes earlier? You're flying in a straight line, in the sky. How? People are like, oh, that's what happens with Fly Safair. No, what do you mean that's what happens? Doesn't that freak you out? So what's happening up there? Is the pilot taking shortcuts? He's just there, busy cutting. Yeah, cut here, double up. 10 by stratas. Everything on that flight is different. When you land and you get to the gate, you're not allowed to stand up. No one told me that. Yeah, I stood up by myself. I was there. Everyone around me was like, was like, I want to get my bag. They're like, oh, you must wait. You must wait. Yo, guys, and the way people talk in that plane, it's almost like Flying Safe came with a shambok one day to everyone. Because not a single passenger. I sat back down, I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, you wait for Safe to say you can stand. You don't want to see them get angry. What did they do to you, South Africa? You can tell me. That whole flight was different. Oh, you know what was interesting? There was no recline button. Yeah, that was different. Yeah, there's no, you can't recline your seat. Yeah, the seat is there. And then I got into it. And then I was like, okay, let me relax. And then I was like, whoa, where's the, okay. And then, you know, sometimes you don't know where a thing is. So I was looking, I'm busy pulling things. I'm like, where's and this is something that could only happen in South Africa. There's this Indian guy sitting next to me. And he sees me, because he's fidgeting around, sees me fidgeting. And at some point he turns and he's like, hey, Trevor, what's wrong there, man? I said, no, man, I can't find the recline button. And without missing a beat, this man was like, oh, no, don't worry. They sell it there when you start flying. Yeah, they're going to bring it with the Pringles and the water and stuff. You can buy it. It's 55 Rand. Guys, he said it so seriously. And I'd paid for so many other things that I believed it. I was like, God damn, this airline is crazy. I was like, what an insane airline. I was like, they make you pay for the recline button? You know what an idiot I looked like when they came with that cart? They were just pushing that cart down. I was like, and so what would you like? I was like, can I please have the recline button? I want to lean back. Everything on Fly Safe was fun. Everything. My favorite thing on Fly Safe is that it feels personal. That's what I like. You know, I feel like I'm on a South African airline and it feels personal, feels intimate. I feel like they're flying me, mostly because they look at me. You know, when they're making the announcements, you see who's making the announcements. That doesn't happen when you fly anymore. Flying has become so impersonal. You know, they just put down that video monitor and then you just watch a little safety video. You know, there's no warmth, there's no character. You've seen it probably when you travel, when you leave South Africa. You know, like when you fly Emirates, you know, and then they'll be like, please watch the safety video. And then the video comes on.
شكرا خيلا ورليلا إماراتي شكرا لك خطوة ورليلا السلام عليكم لك رليلا ولك خطوة تاجي إماراتي كذيلا ولا خطيلا كا حبيبي لك رلويا يلا يرد خطر وده ناتي كا إماراتي هجكور لك خيلا محمد خليا لا بن صالك خدرينا أعطيك خليل بردينا بلده شكرا. Welcome to Emirates.
That's not personal. That's not for me. Fly Safe feels like it's custom made. You see the person, they take that telephone off the wall. On our flight, they had one person making the announcement and another person doing the actions. Yo, guys, I was having the time of my life. Because that woman took the phone off, she's like,
welcome, ladies and gentlemen, aboard this Fly Safe flight. Please pay attention to the following safety announcement. You will find the seatbelt will be fastened like this. And unfastened like this.
just to make that person feel like they were actually doing something worthwhile, I did it with them. When they were like, unfasten, I was like,
Please also note you will find a life vest under your seat in case of a water landing emergency. Place it over your head and pull the strips to inflate the jacket. If it does not inflate, you can blow into the red toggles on either side.
I love it. It was interesting. It was unique. It felt like I was home. You know, the whole flying experience felt like, the only thing that doesn't feel unique is the pilots. That's what I've noticed, actually everywhere in the world. If you want to feel what a country's like, listen to the flight attendants, right? But then the pilots, no matter where you are all the same. It's almost like they went to the same school where they've been trained the same way to fly. They've all got that same sexy pilot's voice. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like, flight attendants can sound however they like. You know, they do that thing. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. No, there's no pilot like that. When pilots come on, they always do that thing of theirs. Boom. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
aboard this Fly Safe flight. This is your captain, John Davies speaking, and I'm going to be taking you down. It's going to be approximately 2 hours. We're just waiting for the last few bags to get loaded, and we're going to be closing the doors, heading off shortly in a northeasterly direction. Taking to cruising.
Like, why are they always running out of breath? Is there a reason that pilots cannot complete one single sentence when they're making announcements? Every time that they're like,
We're going to be at a cruising altitude of 35,000 feet.
it always sounds like they're getting head in the cockpit. Can anybody tell me why? Why does it sound like every pilot is receiving immense amounts of pleasure and they can't get a single sentence out? Every single pilot. It's like someone started just before they started. They were there and they're like, no.
Welcome everybody, let me introduce you to your cabin crew on this flight. In the rear we've got Tandeka, we've got John, and we've got Lisa who are going to be looking after you. Up front my co-pilot, Mr. DeFett's going to be looking after us. Flight time should be not too long. Keep your seatbelts fastened in case of any unexpected turbulence. I'll let you know once it's safe to move around, but until, sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.